want you to give a big round of applause and have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Hello, people on that side. Hello. Hello, people on this side. Hello, people on the camera. We can't hear you. I think I heard one person say hello. Hello. Hi. My name is Alasdair Beckett-King. And this is my Detectives Masterclass, ABK's Detective Masterclass. I'm ABK, that stands for Alasdair Beckett-King, and there is a drawing of my face. Sometimes people ask, how come you didn't draw any eyebrows on the drawing of your face? And the reason is that I don't have eyebrows on my face, and so it was unnecessary to draw them. You just said, what? Yeah, it's true, no eyebrows, deal with it, okay? And my job is that I'm a stand-up comedian, which means I go around telling jokes, and I also write kids' books. I've written 3 kids' books so far, 3.5 actually. They are called Montgomery Bonbon, Murder at the Museum, Death at the Lighthouse, Mystery at the Manor, and they're all about crimes. Who in this room, hands up if you like murder? Hands up. That's a lot of people. Hands up if you like mystery. Hands up if you like mystery. Okay. Hands up if you like solving murder mysteries. Okay. Excellent. Hands down. Thank you. That's not quite as many people as like murder. Some of you seem to be on the supply side of murder, and that's a little bit worrying. I'm going to try and convince you over the course of this detective session that solving mysteries is more fun than committing them. Okay. But first, I'd like to introduce you to the idea that jokes are mysteries of sorts. You might think it's weird to go from being a comedian to writing mystery stories, and I don't think it is, because when you understand a joke, it's a little bit like solving a mystery. I'm going to tell you a very old joke, one of the oldest jokes I know, and it's called the magic slide joke. Maybe you've heard it. It was around when I was your age, and I didn't write it, so if you don't laugh at it, that isn't my fault, and it won't hurt my feelings, okay? The magic slide joke, you might recognise it when I start to tell it. 3 detectives are in a park and they see a slide and they decide to have a go on the slide. The first detective approaches the slide and he sees there's a little plaque screwed into the slide which says, "Forty, whatever you say while on this slide is what you'll get at the bottom." And the detective reads that, climbs up, slides down and says, "Money," and lands in a massive pile of money. Brilliant. The second detective reads the plaque, has a little thing, climbs up, slides down, and she says, "Chocolate ice cream," and she lands in a massive bowl of chocolate. The third detective doesn't notice the sign, does not read it, climbs up the slide, slides down and says, "Wee!" I appreciate your reaction. For the sake of the people listening at home, we must be a little bit quieter. Thank you. But yeah, okay, that's a reaction. So what happened there? You heard the joke and you took 2 facts and you put them together, you clicked them together and you worked out that the third detective slides down and landed in, I don't know, maybe a paddling pool full of wheat, I don't know what you do. When you get a joke, it's like solving a mystery. So my book series begins at a museum, and my drawing skills are not particularly good, but I want to show off some of the drawings that appear in the book because they are by an incredibly talented artist and writer called Claire Powell. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the books, and I'm going to show you some of the animated drawings from the series now. Then I'm going to train you up to become detectives in your own lives. The first book begins at a museum called the Hornville Museum, where 10-year-old Bonnie Montgomery is visiting with her grandpa Banks when the lights go out, kapow! And a scream from the upper floors tells Bonnie that a murder has been committed and the woodland eagle stolen. But when the lights come back on, Bonnie is gone, and in her place is Montgomery Bonbon, the mysterious foreign gentleman with the curling stash. In book 2, Bonnie and Grandpa Banks are visiting a place called Odd Island, looking forward to a lovely holiday where nobody gets murdered. But there's been a terrible accident at the lighthouse, and the killer is not finished yet. Very soon, Montgomery Bonbon is on the case. And what a case! A case involving a golden fleece, a smuggler's cave, and an onion ring. Yeah. And in book 3, Montgomery Bonbon is invited to the house of the conman, Fergus Crook, whose criminal cronies are all on the hunt for the Addison diamond. But Fergus Crook himself is dead. Stabbed in his own monkey house. Which is a room full of monkeys in his house. You have to read the book if you want to know more. Now, I went into a school and I showed that a couple of days ago, and one kid put a hand up and said, "I've got a question." And I said, "What's the question?" And the kid said, "So that was just like an advert for your book, so we couldn't skip." And I was like, yeah, it was, yeah. But technically, that wasn't a question; it was a statement. So get out. It was a little bit like an advert for the books, but I hope that that's got you interested in the idea of being a detective, and you as well watching on the screen. So, what do you need? Well, this is Montgomery Bonbon, and if you were paying attention during that little animation, you might have guessed that Bonnie Montgomery, the 10-year-old girl, and Montgomery Bonbon, the brilliant foreign detective, are actually the same person. Bonnie Montgomery puts on a big false moustache and a beret and a raincoat, and she becomes the intriguing and mysterious Montgomery Bonbon with the accent where no one is sure what it's meant to be. But that's just one way a detective might look. I want you to help me learn what it takes to look like a detective. And I've got a flip chart here and I've got a pen. And what I would like to do is create a brand new, completely original detective character in this room with suggestions from you. And I think I might need Zoe's help with the microphone. But I saw one hand going straight up. What could a detective have? What can I draw to give our detective? What accessory? What facial features could a detective have?
A fancy suit.
A fancy suit, what a great answer. It's so difficult to draw. Let's see if I can draw. Oh no, the pen is dying. Oh, off to a bad start. Let's see if I can draw. Oh, beautiful. A fancy suit. A fancy suit. Okay, great start. You've got a suggestion. What else could a detective have?
A bow tie.
A bow tie! What a dandy detective we are creating. A nice big bow tie. Brilliant. Very smart. What else could a detective have?
A mysterious eye.
A mysterious eye. Oh, I love that. I don't know how to draw that. I'm going to do one really small eye. One very mysterious eye. Is that mysterious enough? Okay, let's start. I don't know if we can we get a microphone right in there?
Big cat.
A great big cat. A cat. The animal a cat. Cat. Like a baseball cap. For blending into the crowd. Okay, let's see if I can do a baseball cap. There we go. Baseball cap for blending into the crowd. Very easy to draw. What's your suggestion? What could a detective have?
A head.
A detective might have a head. Because you've got to use your head if you want to solve crimes. Yes. Our detective might have a head, but no neck apparently. Not to draw. Our detective might have a head. Have we got a hand right at the back there? Can we get the microphone? Yes, go for it. What else could a detective have? If you're shy, that's okay.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Okay, well, we've already done the weird eyes, so I'm going to have to make them small sunglasses so we don't go over the top of the eyes. A very small, cool pair of round sunglasses. What else could a detective have? Oh, yes.
A magnifying glass.
A magnifying glass for examining clues. Brilliant answer. Tricky to draw, but a brilliant answer. A magnifying glass. Brilliant. What else could a detective have? Hello, right. I'm just trying to make Zoe get really tired by running the fastest as possible.
Moustache.
A moustache. The bow tie is a little bit, which I just realised the bow tie is in the middle of the face. What kind of moustache are we talking? Big, curly, fluffy? What do you think? What kind of moustache?
Fluffy.
Fluffy, a fluffy moustache on top of the bow tie. Brilliant, you're doing so well. What else could a detective?
Oh, we have.
We have a suggestion.
Audience online.
The audience online. Okay, what's your suggestion, people online?
People online have said about night running trainers.
Night running trainers. Oh.
To be able to see one of the early hair.
I feel like that was a joke about my hair. Don't think you're going to get away with that, people watching at home. Okay, silly curly hair. And do you think I can draw night running trainers? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can make that. No, so bad. But I can do the swoosh. Really, really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, what's your suggestion? Or can we get that microphone a little bit closer? What was that? A book. A book, like a notebook. Brilliant. Fantastic. A notebook for writing down clues. Great suggestion. And what's your suggestion?
Hands.
Hands. Sometimes you need to lay hands upon a truck, don't you, and say, stop it right there, chum, you're under arrest. You might need hands. Very, very difficult to draw. Okay, some very floppy hands. We're doing so well with our detective. Any more detective accessories? Okay, let's hear one from you.
A fluffy beard.
A fluffy, I feel like, again, we're making fun of my face quite a lot, and I like it. That's cool, and very, very fluffy beard. We're maybe missing a couple of details from the detective's face. What are we missing? What are we missing?
A mouth.
A mouth, yes. Okay, so are we thinking a great big mouth, a really tiny mouth? What do you think? We think a great big mouth. Okay. I don't think I've got enough space for the mouth, so the mouth is going to come right out of the hole first. And it's an absolutely enormous, fluffy mouth. Brilliant answer. What's your suggestion? What are we going to take it back?
A raised eyebrow.
A single raised eyebrow. Now you're mocking my lack of eyebrows, and I admire it. A raised eyebrow. The detective are always looking for anything. Okay, I need now one more thing because our detective is looking so good. My detective needs a name. Can I have a suggestion for our detective's name? Anyone on this side who hasn't given suggestion? Detective Jordan. John. Detective John. Great start. Do we have a suggestion for a name from this side? Anybody who hasn't made a suggestion yet?
Snufflepuffs.
Detective Snufflepuffs. Very similar to John. Back to this school. Any other suggestions? Do we hear a range of Snufflepuffs?
David.
Detective David. I like the way this side goes to a really normal name. This side is mostly Snufflepuffs. What can we do from this side? What have we got?
Cheetahs.
Detective Cheetos. That's quite cool. What have we got on this side? We've got some names over here. I don't think you've suggested anything else. Can I just have a little bit of quiet because I want to hear that.
Brownie.
Detective Frowny. I like it.
From online,
From online.
we have Detective Q Bridge from Queensbridge School.
Detective Q Bridge from Queensbridge School. Very cheeky, Queensbridge. I see what you did there. I like all of these names. Which one should we go for? By way of... Put your hands up if you like Detective John. Okay, a lot of support for John. Do we like Detective Snubblebug? Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was a good one. Do we like Detective David? I think everybody likes their own names. Do we like Detective Q Bridge from online? I assume you're putting your hands up. I think it might be leaning towards Detective Cheeto. Who likes Detective Cheeto? I would like to introduce all of you to a brand new original detective named Detective Cheeto. A round of applause for Detective Cheeto. Well, that was a brilliant example of what a detective could look like. But a detective doesn't necessarily have to have a fluffy beard and doesn't necessarily need to have a magnifying glass. A detective can look like anything at all. A detective could look like you, or you, or you, or me. A detective, it doesn't really matter what you look like. It matters how you think. So I would like to train you to think like a detective. And I'm going to show you on the screen several crime scene photographs, which are actually drawings that I did at home. Please don't make fun of my drawings. And I would like you to tell me what could be suspicious about these pieces of evidence, because a good detective can be suspicious of anything at all. So, the first crime scene photograph I have for you is a pot plant. A lovely little plant you might have at home. What could be suspicious about that plant? Sorry, could you give the microphone to somebody?
It has teeth.
It has teeth. Extremely suspicious. What a suspicious start. What could be suspicious about the plant?
It has a mouth.
It has a whole mouth, not just teeth, but an entire mouth. What else could be suspicious about this beautiful, innocent looking pot plant? So well drawn as well.
It has a bug in it.
It has a bug on it. Really good observational skills. I don't know if you can see it at home. It has a. I don't know why I keep saying at home. I mean, not in the room. What else could be suspicious? It has very, very sharp teeth. So the plant itself could be a murder weapon, maybe. Whoa. What else could be suspicious about this pot plant?
It's not coloured in.
It's not coloured in. So specifically lazy on the part of the artist who drew it. Yes.
It looks like the mouth is opening.
Yes. Oh, so you think a crime might be about to be committed? Intriguing. What else could be suspicious about this pot plant?
It's a plant.
It's a plant. And you think it's been planted there by our enemies?
And also, it has so many like sharp teeth.
Yeah.
And vines.
And vines that might draw you in. It's disgusting. Thank you. I'm glad you think my drawing is disgusting. What else could be suspicious? Oh, we've got one from online. Hello, online. What's this?
We have a couple from online.
Okay, what could be suspicious people online?
One person says very loudly, it eats people.
It eats people. Yes, it does eat people. Maybe that could mean. So maybe the plant is the murderer.
Yeah, and then someone else says there's a hole in the plant.
There's a hole in the plant. Now that might be the book being interpreted as a hole, but that's very good observation skills. Well done. What else could be suspicious people in the room? I think a few people haven't made a
It has
sense.
blood under them.
So you think that shadow might actually be a blood stain? Oh, what a morbid imagination! I love that. It's fantastic. What else?
It looks like a butterfly.
It looks like a butterfly. That's more cute than suspicious, but I like it. And maybe a couple more suggestions. I think we've got some in the middle here.
It looks like a fly trap, but it's a plant and it's not meant to look like that.
Yeah, so perhaps it's the product of genetic engineering. A couple more suggestions to go out here.
It's based in a really random place.
It's in a really random place.
There's no back.
There's no background. Someone was too lazy to draw the background. I think there's a young person here. Yes, yeah, you haven't had a say yet.
It looks like it could eat a hand.
It could eat your hand. It could eat your hand clean off. These are all brilliant answers. I'm going to help you out with this one. I'm going to give you the answer. In fact, we got very, very close. Some of you drew attention to this little mark here, this little bug. What could be suspicious about that bug? Let's zoom in on that bug and see if anything is revealed. If we zoom in on that bug, we will discover that that bug, that little insect, is actually holding a microphone. It's been recording that conversation from the start. That bug is working for our enemies. Second crime scene photograph actually is a bar of chocolate, an innocent bar of chocolate. What could be less suspicious?
It looks like someone has ate it.
Yeah, that's. Have you ever heard of somebody opening a bar of chocolate and then leaving before eating it? What could be more suspicious? What else?
Opened it.
Yeah, someone's been inside this bar of chocolate. Very nasty. What else could be suspicious about this bar of chocolate?
The wrapper is stuck in the chocolate.
The wrapper's not stuck in the chocolate like when it's melted. That's disgusting, isn't it? Ugh, I hate that.
It's like a bear was stuck on it.
It's like,
A sharp thing.
oh, you think a bear's claws might have slashed away at the chocolates? Brilliant imaginative answer. What else could be suspicious?
Someone left it on the ground and opened it.
Oh, so you think it might have been left there to lure you in? Why would you leave chocolate on the ground? What else could be suspicious about this chocolate?
It's got two wrappers.
It's got two, yeah, one of them's paper and one of them's foil. Is that has chocolate changed since I was a kid? Very suspicious, great answer. What else could be suspicious?
The chocolate isn't coloured in.
The chocolate isn't coloured in. Another veiled criticism of my drawing, which I accept. What else could be suspicious people online? What could be suspicious people online?
We have a couple of suggestions from online. They suggested it has been poisoned.
Oh, the chocolate itself could be a murder weapon. The chocolate could be brilliant.
And it looks like someone's put lettuce in it.
It does look a little bit like lettuce. That was meant to be wrapper, but the people online are being just as sarcastic about my drawings. I love it. It looks like someone's put lettuce in chocolate, which you should never do. It's a culinary faux pas. What else could be suspicious? Let's see if we can get the mic down to you guys.
It looks, I don't know, it just looks like it's been there for a trap, like it's been there for ages.
It's been there for ages, yeah. And just behind you, you had a suggestion to that?
There was no background.
There's no background. You folks are not forgiving of a lazy drawer. Could you say that again? Yes. It could be baked, did you say?
Could be decided.
A knife could be
A
inside.
knife could be inside it. Oh, that's a terrifying and brilliant answer. What else? What else could be suspicious?
It looks like somebody ate the wrapper but not the chocolate.
Somebody ate the wrapper but not the chocolate. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard. You look like it has veins. Oh, these are all brilliant and disgusting answers. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you a clue here. These are all fantastic answers, slightly better than the real answer, actually. The real reason that bar of chocolate is suspicious lying there on the ground as it is that it's lying right next to a big poo. I don't think you would want to eat chocolate that was next to a poo. No. Good work. The final crime scene photograph is a cat. An innocent kitty cat. Let's have a little bit of quiet so I can hear some answers. What could be suspicious about this cat?
It's plotting its next move.
It's so obviously plotting its next move. What a brilliant answer. What else could be suspicious about this cat? Oh.
It looks like it's been on a beanbag.
It looks like it's been on a beanbag. That is meant to be a cushion, but it could be a beanbag.
A rabbit.
It looks like a rabbit. It looks like a little bit like a rabbit. It's not that well drawn. What else could be suspicious about this cat/rabbit?
The cat looks weird and the nose looks weird and it looks hissy. Like the feedback is gonna say like a monster.
The beanbag looks like, okay, so we like the drawing of the beanbag, but we don't like the cat. But the cat looks weird. What else could be suspicious?
It's not suspicious.
It looks like the cat itself is suspicious. This cat could be a detective. What else?
It looks like it's sleeping.
It does look kind of sleepy because its eyes are half closed. Yeah. What? We've got some from online. What are those suggestions from online?
The hand on the left makes it look like there's another cat.
Oh, the hand on the left makes it look like it's sitting on another cat. Oh, over here. Yeah. What else? What
And
else?
also, the cat has also just killed somebody.
Maybe the cat is the murderer. Wow, great suggestion, people online. What imaginations you all have? A couple more suggestions, maybe one from this side or this.
It looked like the cat got like 3 legs.
Yes, I did forget to draw a fourth leg. You are absolutely correct. The cat only has 3 legs, which is a bit suspicious.
It looks unhappy.
It looks unhappy. Oh, that's very sad. Maybe it witnessed something terrible.